Hey everyone, I am Roopa and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am here to share something with you. I am really going to be honest with you. For the longest time, I was an Olympic level overthinker. Like, I had lay awake at 2 am dissecting a conversation I had 3 days ago, or panicking because a project did not go exactly how I had planned it. I realized my happiness was like a hostage. It was held captive by my attachments to people, to my comfort, and even to the idea of who I thought I should be by this age. If things did not go my way, I felt like a failure. It was exhausting. And I realized detachment is the only solution. But detachment feels impossible, right? Like, how am I supposed to just not care? And then I started looking into the Bhagavad Gita, not as a religious text, but as a manual for my own messy brain. And honestly, it changed the way I breathe. I had heard the teachings of Bhagavad Gita many times before. You know, those verses we all know but don't really live by. But one day, instead of just reading or hearing them, I actually sat with them. I gave them a thought, and that changed everything. Krishna says, Karmanne vadikaraste na phaleshu kadachana. So basically, he is saying you have every right to work, but you have zero right to the result. At first, I thought that's so unfair. But then I realized it's actually a gift. If I don't own the result can't break me, right? I realized I was living the opposite. I was clinging to the result, defining myself by them, and that's why I was suffering. Krishna further says, Atmaiva hai atmano bandhura, Atmaiva ripura atmana. Meaning, the mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And mine was definitely being an enemy because I was identifying with my body and my name instead of who actually I am. Here's a thought that really made it sink in for me. Imagine we are all just characters in a skit, a giant drama directed by a higher divine power. And if you are assigned a role in a play, you give it your absolute best, right? Like you perform with honesty. But if another character in that play blames you or hurts you, you don't take it home with you. You don't lose sleep over it. Why? Because you know it's just a role, it's temporary. If someone hurt me, I could see it's just their role in this big drama. Just like the play, every character has lines to deliver. And why should I hate the actor for the role they are given? And suddenly, I stopped taking things so personally. Whether your character is rich and successful or struggling and poor in the skit, it doesn't change who you are once the curtain closes. That thought made me kinder to myself and to others. The moment I started looking at life from the soul's perspective instead of just the body's things started shifting. I began to see myself not as a fragile person who has to win or lose, but as a soul experiencing. The pain, the happiness, the wins, the losses, they are just scenes my soul wanted to witness. They don't define me. Understanding this stops the overthinking. It stops the low self-esteem. You stop taking things personally because you realize the person being mean to you is just playing their part in the drama. Now, I'm not saying this is a one-step solution. I'm not a master at it. I'm still a learner. Even today, I lose myself in attachments, in overthinking. But every time I feel lost, I bring my consciousness back to this thought. I remind myself I'm not just this body, I'm an eternal soul. And when I do that, all those big problems suddenly lose their power. They don't feel so big anymore. So if you're struggling, maybe give this a thought. Let it sink in you. you are more than what you think you are. You are not defined by outcomes, by positions, or by roles. You are an eternal soul here to experience. And when you live from that awareness, life feels lighter, kinder, and so much more beautiful. Trust this realization. Let it sink in you. You are doing a great job in your role. Just don't forget that you are the actor and not the character. So, if you like my content, then please share, like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next one.